Well, it's a glorious morning and it makes me sick.
And guess which film I was watching last night? Yeah, you've guessed it, Hocus Pocus. Hi there, gardening friends. My name's Tracy and welcome to my garden. So we're in the middle of September now and there have been a few changes, but it is a glorious day today. So we're going to make some changes and I hope that you come along with me. If you haven't subscribed, please do so that I know that you like the type of content that I make. Also, press the like button and that encourages me to make more of these types of videos. With that being said, let's take a look at the garden as it is today. So we've cleared away the hot tub, sadly, as I don't think anybody will want to get in now. The weather has really made a turn, and today I actually put my heating on, but it is beautiful in this glorious morning sunshine, so we'll make the most of that. But I just step in onto my patio, and this was a new purchase. This Rebecca, excuse me sniffing, I do actually have a terrible cold, but it is on the way out, so thankfully my husband hasn't got it and nor have the grandchildren, so I haven't passed it on to anybody else, thank goodness. So I did cut this plant back and it's having another flourish, so that's all good. The crocosmia is on its last legs really, and also the loose strife as well, so these will need to be cut back. And sadly, all of the crocosmia all around the border of my garden will need to be cut back as well. And guess what? The never-ending tendrils. Yes, those will need to be cut back as well. And so, yeah, it is what it is, isn't it, with gardening? But it doesn't take a minute or two. But they do like to... well, this wisteria does definitely like to spread its wings, and you can see the crocosmia is dying off down the side of this border. And let's go into the garden. The grasses are still looking fabulous. Earlier on this morning, the light was really shining on them. That morning sunshine really captures their beauty, actually. And I'll just give you a little tinkle as we go by. And so we've got the hypericum here. That's dying off as well, the buds. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with this. I'll have to look it up, or perhaps you can leave me a message below. Do I cut it back hard, or do I leave it? I don't know. So I'm going to investigate and do a bit of research on that, because that's the first time I've had to encounter that type of thing with a hypericum. But there's still one that's hanging in on the one stem that's still looking pretty. And yeah, this is a bit of a disaster now, but that's the way it goes, and it does need to be cut back. The hydrangea, well, there are certain blooms that need to be cut off, I think. I'm not going to cut it back too hard, sorry, you can see my shadow, and yeah, I don't want to cut it back too hard, because you're not supposed to, are you? So I just cut a few of the spent blooms there, and the trees need trimming back. These Italian cypress trees, I'll step back so hopefully you don't get my shadow. The sun is behind me, so look at that pretty sky. And yeah, so it won't take long to do the trees, but it's one of those jobs you have to get the ladder out and somebody to help you with, really. This is still looking gorgeous, isn't it? That's hanging on in there, and you can hear my little fountain going in the background. But this honeysuckle that's from next door is really going great guns, and you can see the one in the middle is still flowering, which I'm so pleased about. And the pots need a little bit of care and attention here, but we have been really happy with this tomato plant. Although it did split in the middle, we have managed to harvest a lot of tomatoes from there, and so that's been a joy. Of course, we haven't got any more roses now. Probably finished for this season. Probably get some more in late May, I'd say. But this is a lovely plant, and I don't remember buying this one, but I don't know the name of it, unfortunately. But it is really beautiful, and I love its variegated leaves, and it fits just nicely in there. So the coreopsis, sadly that's gone now. That needs deadheading. But my husband has bought some fruit when we went on our little shopping spree. He's bought some blackberries that he wanted to try. I think the tomatoes have spurred him on. So we've got some soil ready, and we're going to be planting up some plants, if not today, tomorrow. But not only has he bought some blackberries, he's bought some blackcurrants as well to try. So we're going to try different things now in our garden, and the lavender is coming on well. Sadly, my pot of flowers that my grandchildren bought me, they didn't actually come to any flowers, which was a bit sad. But maybe next year we'll try something different. But look at all of these amazing, joyful plants that I'm going to move around the garden and get some real pleasure from in different spaces. And look at these ones, don't they just scream autumn? And this beautiful plant is Rebecca Summer Yellow, and this one is Rebecca Tiger Smile. So I've also got some chrysanthemums here that I'm going to pot up in these beautiful square pots here. But if you look closely, they look pink and sort of like a terracotta orange, so they are amazing. And I bought this mixed perennial planter. Just look at this combination. It's just so delightful. And my favourite is this coneflower. But look at the grasses, just swaying gently in the breeze there. I think I'm going to get a lot of pleasure out of those over the next few months. So moving round to the back of the garden, and so that is that jasmine. And if you can see, peeking out, I have a David Austin rose that's put on a bit of a growth spurt there, and it comes from this thick stem at the bottom. It's also spraying out just next to me, so that will be something special. Need to trim this tree in the corner. It was a lollipop shape, but that needs to be brought into order. And we don't have any orange flowers on this David Austin at the moment, but there's a lot of new growth, and I can see that I don't know, maybe we will get some more beautiful little dainty orange roses as we go on. And here are some spent roses that I need to just trim off, but I tell a lie, there is just one last little dainty orange rose there. Isn't that pretty? And the verbena, my favourite verbena, still looking good. And this amazing heuchera just down here, that's great. And my hanging basket, that's still giving off some flowers there, so I'm pleased with that. So I just move around slowly to show you how the rest of the garden is faring. Just squeeze by the pots, and the lavender is doing really well. Just have a closer look here. That is going to be amazing when it's in its full glory, and it's going to smell divine. But this hydrangea here, look how pretty that is in this September sunshine. So for the middle of September, there is still a lot of colour in the garden, and the lobelia is still going strong. It's such a pretty colour. Just go in close for you. It's almost like an ultraviolet colour. I know the insects love it, and that's probably why, because it's so bright and inviting. And although during the summer months this hydrangea did look a bit wishy-washy, but now we've come into autumn, it's really coming into its own. And look at this lovely lobelia here, how it's faring. It's actually doing better than the lobelia in the other pots. I think it's probably because it gets more shade, to be honest. And the shadier we go, the deeper the colour. But not everything's a success. And look at my poor hosta. Oh dear, I'm going to have to do something about the slugs for next year. And the mimosa tree, we had a storm the other night, so this mimosa tree is growing great guns, but I did come home and it was on the floor. So yeah, well, my husband has tied it up, but how tall shall I let it grow? That's the thing. It is going to be beautiful with those little yellow pom-poms. Actually, I've just noticed something different in it. These little fronds here, that's probably where all the little yellow pom-poms will be. Well, that's interesting, because there's a lot as you go up higher up the tree, so that's going to be exciting when those come. And this hydrangea hasn't fared very well, sadly. This one has done a bit better, but all the crocosmia will need to be cut back, and this particular hydrangea is looking quite antique-y, I'd say. And we did have a couple of last strawberries a few days ago, so that's still going great guns. And talking about going great guns, just look at this wisteria. So in my previous video I did trim on this side, but going down into the corridor that's next to my house, I can show you, if I don't fall over, the strawberry plants. So it is growing all the way along. Isn't that amazing? Mother Nature is so amazing, isn't it? And I've just got caught I've just got caught on a rose bush, so I think I'm going to have to cut that one back. Realistically, there's not a lot of room coming through here, and it is a little bit dangerous. And I'm not sure about this one here, but it must have had some roses on, because there's some hips there, so we'll have to be careful how we cut that back, because these are so pretty, aren't they? They almost look like little strawberries or little tomatoes themselves. Very pretty. And it looks like I've got a vine growing up there. That's going to be great. I think it's a Boston ivy, not a vine, a Boston ivy. But I am particularly pleased about this wisteria, because, sorry about the glaring sunlight, but we don't want to get too worried about that. And I just come down the side of the house, a bit of a mess, but that's where I keep all the tools and all the spare bits and pieces. So okay, let's come back through the arch. Try not to trip over. I think I might hold on to the arch as I come through. And there's Huey, Louie and Dewey. And these hydrangeas are so fab, aren't they? Just these blue ones have been amazing. So it's going into sort of a pinky lilac colour now, and there's still fresh ones coming. Look at that. That's still a fresh bloom, and there's a gorgeous blue in the back there. Just love it. And this pink one, that's changing to shades of pastel green and a lighter pink. And I'll just move around and I'll show you the last hydrangea on this side and see if we can spot any really pretty blue blooms. Look at that. So there's a lot to do in the garden to make it spick and span again and ready to go through to the end of autumn. Okay, let's get started.
Let's dry out in the sun before they're put away for the winter.
Okay, thank you, Paul.
So it's a big thank you to my husband, who's a little bit shattered. Sorry, darling.
Cheers anyway.
Cheers anyway.
A job half done.
A job half done. Yes, that's the only thing, isn't it? A job half done. Gardening is always a never-ending job. So thank you to Paul. So now Paul is going to trim the Italian cypress trees. So Paul has made a great job of shaping up these Italian cypress trees, and we just popped back the hydrangeas there, and now we're going on to some lovely planting. pots around. So that's about it for today then, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Be sure to subscribe because it really does help this channel, and we are heading for 2,000 subscribers, and I'd love to have you as part of the Just Heavenly Flowers family. Also, be sure to like this video so that I know that you enjoy this type of content. So take care, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now. Lots of love, Tracy.